Yo YouTube! This is my video for today, finally one for the same day. It is Wednesday the 6th of December. I'm just heading home after yet another disappointing and frustrating day on the road. I think before I get started today, I think I'd like to ask you a question if you're a driver. If you're currently driving on the CX, are you finding it tough to get work at the moment? If you've got regular work, separate question, is it the same as you've always had? Has it changed in any way? I wonder whether people with regular work is getting saved, because it seems to be all over the country. I've been at quite different places and CX seems to be very quiet. Anyway, so today uh, I was really tired this morning, and I didn't really even wake up until I didn't really open my eyes until just before 9 o'clock. Had a look at the feed, as is as is my as is my life nowadays. I wake up and I look at the feed. The first thing I do, even before I go to the loo. And it wasn't very busy. There was the odd job there, but I put a bid on a job. I was trying to avoid. Basically, I'm avoiding three kinds of jobs now. So I suppose I'm being a bit more fussy. I'm not doing jobs to Central London. I'm not doing jobs that are called backload jobs because I just can't bother with the ridiculous pricing that they come up with. And I'm not doing alcohol jobs. And there was even some alcohol jobs today I just ignored. I might need to adjust that decision making if things keep on being so bad. I think there is a market for getting money with those sort of jobs, but right now it's not very mind to do them. So whatever's left, which is still a wide range of things you can do, is what I'm bidding on. And I got a job come up from Sleaford to Rochdale, and it was advertised as being pick up between 9:05 and 10:05. So I looked at my map. I worked out that it's 25 minutes from where I live or thereabouts. So I could probably make it by 10 o'clock if I was to win the bid. So I stuck a bid on. It was a small van job, 125 miles. I even went low with my pricing, went down to 90p a mile. So I put £115 on 1.5. And then I got on with my day, i.e. getting ready, getting dressed and getting ready. And then I got called within about 2 minutes, offering me the job. But the first thing they said was, can you do it for 110? And I thought I'd put on a fair price. But it's been such a difficult week. I just didn't feel I could turn down the opportunity of some work for the sake of a fiver. So I said I would take it for £110, and I'll be there for about 10 o'clock. And then they said, well, what time can you get there a bit earlier? It's urgent. So I was looking at my kitchen clock, thinking I'll probably get 10 minutes to get ready, and then be there by, say, 9:45 at the earliest. So we agreed I'd be there for 9:45, and then I had to just get myself ready ASAP. I hadn't really. I don't think I was even dressed at this point. I was in my dressing gown in the kitchen. So I got myself ready. My lovely partner helped me with my pack up. She put my food in my pack up that was prepared, and I managed to just get out of the house pretty quickly. I had a phone call from the shipper as I was walking out of the house saying, "Have you left yet?" Because I hadn't yet pressed on my way to pick up. So I said I was just about to go. It was quite frosty this morning where I lived, so I thought I can't really rush because it's going to be dangerous if I start driving too quickly. So I just reassured them that I was going to be there at 1:45 still, and that I was in the van and on my way. So on the way to the pickup, I was looking at other jobs for later on that day, and the job came up for tomorrow morning from Lincoln going to Ross on Wye. and I put a bid on that, and I got it. So I found myself in a situation where I had a job for tomorrow morning, got a job booked in for Monday morning. I'm not working Friday, so I just have to get myself home each night, as in tonight. So I knew that was going to happen. So once I got to Rochdale, I thought there was a pretty good chance of getting some sort of job coming back. And my vague plan was to get a job from Rochdale area, the northwest, back to East Anglia, or go via Birmingham, get a job to Birmingham, and then go back east. That's vaguely what I thought I would try and do. I didn't want to stay out tonight, obviously, because I had a job for the morning, and yeah, so that's the plan. So I made my way to the pickup, got it really quickly, just from residential address, and then made my way to Rochdale, put my ETA in. I called the shipper when I picked it up and just said what my ETA was, and then made my way um, to Northwest. The weather was quite frosty where I was based, but as I got onto the main roads, it was really quite easy to drive. There wasn't any ice on the roads. The weather was quite warm today. I got to my drop off, which was I just got a little box. It was a handballing thing, just really easy. Went to the goods in, dropped off my box, and then parked in their car park to look for another job. And at this point, it was 5 to 1, so just about 1 o'clock. So again, I get the same pattern. By the end of my first drop, I'm usually quite optimistic. I think, oh, I've done that now. It's the middle of the day. I've got half a day to find a job and get myself back home. And there was, and to be fair, the CX was absolutely, what's the word, popping. There was loads of jobs coming up where I was. There was lots of jobs going sort of 25 miles, 20 miles, sort of Manchester to Manchester, Runcorn, Liverpool to another place in Liverpool, Leeds to Bradford. There was loads of small van works, short work that was all kind of minimum price job stuff. And I thought this is going to be quite easy. But a couple of bids on for £60, so for my minimum charge. And then that didn't work, so I went down to 55 for a job. And then a job came up going from Stockport, which was about half an hour from where I was, going down to Belper near Derby. And I thought, oh, well, that's actually heading sort of towards the Midlands area, at least it is Midlands. If I head in that general direction, at least I'm not going further away from home, and maybe I'll get something going from there back towards the east. So I picked it up. I bid. It was I was 20 miles from the pickup, half an hour. It was 53 miles, and I bid £50 for a small van job. I feel that the pricing that I'm used to doing has to be lower, so I had to go for that sort of price for that job. I got a call quite quickly. So for the actual job, loaded miles is £50 for 53 miles. So there, that's not bad. But I had to get there, which is 20 miles away, obviously. So I went down to Stockport, picked up these loads, put them on my van, and was off. Quick again, really quick, in and out. As long as you know where you're going, you could just put these goods on board and off you go. To be fair, with some of these stuff, I wasn't even strapping it down. I just put it down by bulkhead and just drove carefully. I'm so used to having to strap down big pallets and stuff that always delays my time. But with these boxes, a couple of boxes, it's no point. They were quite light as well. So I kind of got into the mindset, as it were, of a small van driver. Thus my video, as I was going over Picture Sticks, just to kind of reflect upon that. So there is a different mindset. It is about time is a precious resource, and handballing and waiting times aren't really a thing in my experience. You just get in and out quickly. It's a different kettle of fish. And if you can do minimum price jobs, you can probably make good pence per mile. Although you can't make big money, you can make good pence per mile. So I probably need to incorporate some of that sort of work in my day. I don't know how successful it'll be, but it's something to think about. Because doing what I've been doing traditionally, which is long distance tramping out, isn't really working at the moment. I'm not getting the pay for it. Anyway, I'm not going to moan about it. It is what it is, as people say. So I then got to Belper, and I was aware that Belper was not necessarily going to be a great hotspot for work. So by the time I'd got my load offloaded, in this particular case, it was a bit awkward because there was a manufacturing unit. They had lots of strict rules for going on site. There was no security guard and no site manager to let me in, so I was delayed on site, um, and got out by about 4:30ish, I reckon. So probably also on the way I got some fuel. I was running very low on fuel. So it was 4:30. I was in Belper, and I thought I'd head. There was a couple of jobs in Sheffield, a couple of jobs out of Derby. So I wasn't really close to anything, so I thought I'd head south towards Derby looking for a job. Um, but it wasn't that busy, and a lot of the jobs were going in the wrong direction. There's a job going from Ashby to Doncaster, one from Sheffield to Bristol, a couple of other jobs. So I wasn't really getting anywhere with that. So rather than me hanging around, I've started to drive east back towards home, which is 70 miles. A lot of the work coming through the feed is my home location work for tomorrow, so I can't bid any of that. Or it's going in the wrong direction. There's one here from Stoke to Uttoxeter, some miles from that. Derby to West Drayton was noticed, but that's London, UB7. I'm not going down there this time of night. Anyway, so the point is, I'm having to bite the dead miles again and go home. Uh, it's I am quite tired, I must say. Not sleeping great. It is quite draining, sort of the trying to find this work and not getting it. Um, yeah, so I think that's my day. I'll give my stats today. So my stats for today, once I get home, are as follows. It's going to be another bad day. Um, so by the time I get home, would have worked for 9 hours and 20 minutes. I would have driven for 284 miles. 284 miles. The fuel price now, having had a second fill up, on average is 15.63 pence per mile that I drive. That means that I spent today £44.40 on fuel, and I've earned a measly £160, 160. That was £110 from Sleaford to Rochdale, and the £50 from Stockport to Belper. So again, 2 CX job day, and a very poor set of earnings. So my net earnings after fuel today is £116, 116. I am covering my business costs, but I'm not making much money. So this is, if I started CX doing this, it would not be, I'm in the wrong lane here, it would not be feasible. I need to get myself some tactics that will work. There's a car behind me that I think beat me, but he's got no headlights on. Absolutely no headlights on. He's on the run now. Yeah, anyway, so what was I going to say? So yeah, that'll be my video. So tired, going home. I still enjoy the job, but it is a grind to make any money. I haven't got my regular shift of work anymore. That's sort of dried up. I need to find regular work, some sort of regular route if I can, a regular shipper. But it is what it is. There we go. I'll say that phrase again. Okay, I hope you're doing. I hope the rest of you are doing really well. I hope those shippers and drivers of you that are professional, friendly, and nice and polite are doing brilliantly. And everyone else, you can go away. Right, farewell. See you tomorrow.